So, you just booked that trip to Punta Cana or you are about to go to Punta Cana. This is the right video for you. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about how to avoid getting sick from the food and the drinks when in Punta Cana. And I really wish I saw a video like this before I went on my trip, because when I got sick, if I knew the knowledge that I knew today, it would have made the experience so much better. I know being sick really sucks, but once you find out these little tips are going to help you prevent getting sick, and if you do get sick, these tips are going to help you recover a lot better than if you didn't know this information. If you are going to Dominican Republic soon, I want you to do a little favor for me. Subscribe to the channel, just click down below. It really helps the channel grow, and it'd be a nice little thank you from you to me to show appreciation for this video, because this is really going to help you prevent getting sick. And if you do get sick, it's going to make the sick experience way better. So all the products in this video, I'll have links down below on Amazon if you want to check them out. It's completely up to you if you want to purchase these products or not, but if you just want to check out the brand name and see what they're all about, all the links on Amazon will be down below. The first thing we're going to talk about in this video is prevention, and the number one prevention technique that I want you to do before you leave for your trip to Punta Cana is to get some of these probiotics. Get probiotic pills, take 1 or 2 of them a day just to build up an immune system. They get those healthy probiotics in your stomach. You can also get probiotics through yogurt like Activia, but I recommend the pills because it's the easiest, fastest, and you know it works. It's a great method for getting probiotics in you before you leave. And if you do end up getting sick on your trip, recommend taking these every day, or even as a precaution, you can just take them every day on your trip just in case, because it doesn't hurt to have probiotics in your system. Now, the second prevention method to do before you leave on your trip is to take a medication called Dukoral. You can buy this over the counter at pharmacies like Costco, CVS. Just do a little research where you live to see where Dukoral is available. They also do have a website. I'll link that down below. Dukoral is a little medication you take twice, 2 weeks before you leave for your vacation. It helps with traveler's diarrhea. I don't know if it would help me since I got like E. coli or food poisoning on my trip, but it probably would have made the severity of my symptoms go down. So if you're heading to Dominican Republic, I recommend taking Dukoral to prevent traveler's diarrhea. Okay, moving on to when you arrive to the resort. You just got to Dominican Republic, you're excited, you're all ready to go. The number one rule which you must know is you cannot drink the water, the tap water in Dominican Republic. Bottled water you can drink, but tap water, no way, Jose. Don't go near that stuff, because that's just asking to get sick. I'm talking about no drinking the tap water, no swallowing any tap water when you shower, and no brushing your teeth with tap water, okay? Stay completely away from the tap water in the Dominican Republic. Next up, I'm going to talk about the food on your trip. Once you get to Dominican Republic, you're at your resort, the number one food I want you to avoid to prevent getting sick is salads. Now, I wish I followed this rule when I got sick a couple weeks ago, but unfortunately when I went, I started eating salads, and after I got sick, I cut back on salads because I read online you do not know what water they have washed this lettuce in. Maybe a little bit of tap water slipped in when they were washing the lettuce, and you can easily get E. coli poisoning from eating lettuce. So I highly recommend avoid eating lettuce, any salad, any lettuce on your burger, anything like that when you're in Dominican Republic. Now, when it comes to the fruit on the resort, I would avoid any fruit that you don't peel yourself. So I would stick to stuff like bananas and oranges, because you open those fruits yourself and you already know it hasn't been washed with contaminated water or anything like that. Also, same for veggies. I would be very careful about veggies because they wash their veggies, and who knows if contaminated water has also touched those veggies that you're eating. Next up, to be on the safe side, you want to avoid overeating at these buffets. You know, when I was in Dominican Republic last week, I saw people walking around with huge plates of food, and that's almost just asking to get sick. Try not to overindulge, especially right away. You're just in a new country, new food, new bacteria in the food. Take it slow. Eat just a little bit to see how your body reacts to that food. Do not go crazy and overindulge on your trip, or don't do it. If you are going to overindulge, do not do it right away. Just wait a couple days to see how your body is reacting from the food in Dominican Republic. The next rule I recommend for the food is avoiding all seafood, especially stuff like sushi and shrimp, stuff that's not cooked, because you never know what bacteria and parasites are in these foods. Even at home in the US, Canada, UK, countries like that, seafood can be very iffy. So I recommend avoiding all seafood when you're on your trip. And the last rule when it comes to the food is make sure everything you were eating is fully cooked. You know, every time I got steak or chicken, I always cut it open to make sure the steak was fully cooked, to make sure the chicken wasn't pink. One time my wife cut open a meatball and we saw that it was raw, so right away we threw it out and told the staff. And also make sure that the staff is checking the temperature. All the food looks okay, nothing looks like it's getting sweaty. You know, make sure in your resort they are following the proper food protocols and proper conditions for cooking food. At my resort that I went to Lopasan, I have a video on it, they were not following proper protocols when cooking and maintaining the food in their buffets, which I should have been more careful about, which actually caused me to get sick most likely. So make sure the food preparation is okay, make sure the temperature of the food is okay, and just make sure everything is fully cooked before you eat it. Now for this last part of this video, I want to talk about if you actually do end up getting sick on your trip. God forbid this happens, like it happened to me. It was horrible. If you do get sick, I'm going to give you a couple medicines that you can use that's going to help ease your symptoms and make it a lot easier for you to recover. I also recommend you pack all these medical items as a precaution just in case you do get sick on your trip, and all the links for these items will be posted down in the description below. Okay, up first, if you start having indigestion from the food and it's causing you an upset stomach, I recommend taking something like Tums. This is very good to cool off your stomach and make you feel a lot better. Or if the heartburn is really bad and Tums is not doing it, you can always move up to something stronger like Galveston. I used this on my trip when I got sick. It really helped with the indigestion and the stomach pain that I was getting from the food. Next up, you're going to want to pack Tylenol from the trip. You know, you can easily get a headache from the food or from the drinks. You never know, especially if you get something like I had, like the poisoning. I had a terrible headache and Tylenol really helped bring down the headache. And also from the food poisoning, I also got a fever, and Tylenol also helps with fever. So I recommend packing Tylenol for your trip. So if you do end up getting super sick like I did and you always end up going to the washroom, you're going to be flushing out a lot of water in your system and you're going to need something to rehydrate and replenish. You can buy Gatorade at the resort, but I recommend this Hydrolyte drink. I was using this religiously twice a day to replenish my body with electrolytes because I was losing it drastically when going to the washroom. Also, another drink I recommend if you're sick to boost your immune system is this Emergency C. These are always good to take on the plane before you get there because a lot of people are sick on the plane, and take these almost every other day at the resort. But if you do get sick, I recommend taking this because vitamin C will boost your immune system and make the recovery time for you to get better a lot faster. Next up, the two golden keys if you get traveler's diarrhea or food poisoning and you're really sick and stuck in the washroom. Number one is Pepto-Bismol. These are the pills that you can take, the chewable. You can also get the liquid version. I had that too in the trip. I don't have the bottle to show you because I used the whole bottle, but Pepto-Bismol is really great. And next up, we have the other secret weapon that's going to help you if you get traveler's diarrhea or you get sick from the food, and that's Imodium. I got this from the gift shop in the resort. It's super helpful. It slowly starts to work and stops the diarrhea from coming. I'm sorry I have to be super graphic, but so don't leave on your trip without packing Pepto-Bismol and Imodium because these two are lifesavers if you get sick. Last up, just a little bonus I want to show you. My wife bought this little handy pill container, which I'll link on Amazon. We can organize all these pills and make it super easy to pack. Very useful when you're on the trip, especially when you're sick. You don't want to be going through all these different pill bottles and all that. So I do recommend getting one of these pill travel organizers for your trip because it's going to make it so much easier when you want to find the proper medication that you need. So there we go. You're all caught up. You're ready to go on your trip. And hopefully if you follow all the advice in this video, you won't get sick. So if you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up. It really helps the channel. And if you really want to support me, please subscribe to the channel. It really helps the channel grow and help more travelers find this video so when they go to the Dominican Republic, they know what to expect and they will have a great trip and hopefully they won't get sick like I did. Thank you for watching and I'll see you in the next video.